Check two, check one, check two, check one, check two. It just shut down on me. It just shut down on me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but we should be up. All right, it says we up. So I'm trying something new. They have this new function on Spreaker that allows me to, not on Spreaker, on Google, especially for the Pixel phones, where they can start picking up what you say and building a transcript off of it. So I'm going to start trying to use that and see how it works for this broadcast. And so I am streaming through another phone far as the radio show. So hopefully the signal will stay strong so they can continue doing what it's doing. Our lines are open. Let me launch the SMS campaign. Emails should have already went out. So let's see where we at. Now, so what the program is doing right now is creating a transcript for everything that we are doing right now. So if you see, I want to see how this works, because this has been part of the challenge of creating content. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to write out stuff, and a lot of stuff I do is I don't want to, how can I put it? Part of developing content is I do a lot of stuff live. So some of my best stuff pop off the top of my head. So, I'm just like, boom, let's go and do it. So now I want to start recording it so that we can go keep track, and I can go back to that time point, because it gives me the time points of when certain things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I could go back and I could go pull that out and be like, boom, all right, there's some content. Let's go and build with it. All right, so let's go and make sure everything is up and everything is running. Make sure everything is up and running. Refresh the boom, boom, boom. Just making sure everything is going down the way it needs to go down. It is pretty accurate. Is writing exactly what I'm saying. I mean, it's some, like, for example, it said writing instead of writing. So it can't distinguish between my W's and my R's, or writing. You know what I'm saying? So I guess as it grows, it will get better at being able to do that. I have to go and make some small changes, but that's cool. So let's go on and all right, so we're up on YouTube right now. Let's see. Make sure we up on Facebook. I'm saying peace to all the fam out there. Glad to see you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for the likes. Once again, hopefully y'all was able to see the Kwanzaa celebration last night. It was awesome. Damn, this thing spelled Kwanzaa right. So hey, it's learning. So let me go on. I'm gonna edit this post and then we'll get started. And for those that want to call in, discussion point for the day is purpose. What is your purpose? How do you practice purpose, the principle of Nia in your life? Because that's the principle of Kwanzaa today. Of course, for us, that's a regular on Gye-Nyame journey, is Umoja, right? All right. So let me go and make sure that I'm sharing across my platforms on this. Oh shit, I can add tags and shit to this. All right. Just need to start using that. We're going to do it there. Do it there. Let's just leave it at that right now. Boom. So let's go and get this thing popping. Y'all ready? So the mic on my other device seems to be holding up pretty well. So let's get it popping. Let's see how this thing reacts with music.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take your breath. Now, grab your glass for that water. Get your container of that water. I got a copper pitcher. Lift the container of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch. Move your body, drink some water. Yes. Move your body, drink some water. Family. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now, raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Ha 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 ha. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Hey, stay healthy. Breathe, drink, eat, move. 4 pillars of health. Hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink, drink. You know what? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Hey, drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Family, 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 family. Kwanzaa, as Sister Navita points out so eloquently, has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm trying to get it. All right, but hey, we've been having a great time. Hopefully you've been coming out joining us, man. It has been good. We've been kicking it. And tonight, oh, family, listen. Family, listen to this. We will be having the Umoja caramel, so bring your dish. We are going to eat up some food, man. We're going to be eating tonight. So tonight is the end of the community celebration, but it's not the end of Kwanzaa. And Kwanzaa is in a sense a celebration of all the work that we did last year. We built up. So now the real work begins right after the last day of Kwanzaa this year. We have to move into building and preparing for the next Kwanzaa. See, because at these celebrations, we need to be able to show out. You understand what I'm saying? We need to be able to bring the energy and show out. You know, we need to show the resources that we have been gathering. We need to show the new relationships we have built. We need to be showing, we need to be able to show that we have made progress. Right? So the real work begins. So this is the importance of the principle of Nia, right? Because we have to apply purpose in 2020. You already know a Gye-Nyame journey. We already on a political mission right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, by 2023, we could have seats in the city council. We could have seats on the school board. We could have seats. I mean, come on now. Come on, let's take over the city. What else? What the fuck else we got? What else is more important that we got to do? You know what I'm saying? Let's take over the city, get some of these resources flowing in the way that we need them to get flowing so that we can really start helping our people. Man, oh man. So now, first off, we're going to do the toast. And then I will open up the lines. Lines will be open. Brother Kwame say, we'll miss communing with the fam this week. Looking forward to making it happen this coming 12 months. That's right. We're going to be building the whole 12 months. And we've been getting plenty of people coming through. During Kwanzaa, the family has been putting the money together to make it happen. We will give a final total of the total amount that we raised. But family, I want to, look, y'all been showing out. Y'all been showing out. You know what I'm saying? And the seed that we plant this year is only going to be maximized in the coming year. So Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to break all records. Brother Kwame said he got to step away for about the next 10 minutes. And that's cool. We know. I think he got to walk his dog. Let me see if they could spell Kwame. Oh, shit. Oh, and they spell oh shit too. Oh, this thing is bad, family. Look, it's getting every word. It's not all the way right yet. But shit, content is nothing now. All right, so here we go. So now we got a whole new way of creating these ebooks and stuff like that. So it's about to go down 100%. There's no plan right now. All right, so we did this song, so now it's time for us to do the toast. I still got some tea left over from yesterday. Yeah. And the tea ages too, even without the SCOBY. The SCOBY kind of keeps it protected. This is just green tea, my special mix of green tea and honey. We're going to do our toast. Or some called libations, but we call it a toast because we drink it up. We don't pour it out. You know what I'm saying? And remember the rules of the Daily Toast family. We start off with the water, the breath, because whether y'all know it or not, those that participate with the song, when I say breathe in, you're taking about 3 to 4, sometimes 5 breaths with me. Conscious breaths, which do a lot to help your body. Right? The water, we take it in the water. Remember, in order to stay healthy, we got to drink half our weight in ounces. I mean, and it's a constant struggle for me. So I'm always trying to work up because you always see me with my damn coffee cup. I don't be carrying around the water. I be having my coffee cup and I be running because last night, I ain't gonna say I was sick, but I know what happened. The sister had a tonic, and I got some of that tonic, and that shit started cleaning me out. I thought she was joking when she said it starts happening immediately. I said, oh, whatever, you know how I am. Whatever, give me that shit. I start walking around like I feel lightheaded. I don't feel well. I got peace out, family. And then I'm gonna be honest, I went to the toilet, right? And I was about to, then I looked at it, and family, teach the young men to lift up the goddamn seat. Is that too hard? Is that a lot to ask? I'm just wondering, is it a lot for a man to take his foot and kick the seat up and not pee on the seat? You know, so I don't know whether it was a full grown man or if it was one of the kids. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it is wrong. Good God Almighty. So I can't use the bathroom, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go. So I jumped up and I left. I said my piece. I said, I'm out, family. Nobody said nothing. I said, okay, maybe they thought I got in that car, brought my ass home. But I started feeling better after it started going through. But that's part of the cleansing process because it started helping moving some of those impurities up out of you. So you start and doing all of the body functions to start getting that stuff out, sweating and all that. So, the drink was powerful. All right. So, family, let's do it. We're about to hit this toast up. Do I have all my stuff? We raise our glass to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator by whatever name you choose to call it creator. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go, of course, to the list of our illustrious ancestors, those that loved us before we were capable of loving ourselves. So we're going to salute our personal ancestors as we do every day here on Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Christopher, Fanny Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, Nomo X, Sapet Mont Ram, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, there, Gail Pulliam, the Luxor brother, Miss Zeta Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rennerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, lost my place, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Delimon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We also have William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani. Ooh, tore that name up. Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kelvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson. Miriam Johnson, where are we at? Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Either Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Ewan and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Margarine Coper, Joyce Swan, and Monia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Andy Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We move on to our black book. We pull it out. We have Joella Giles. Hold on, Cleve. Why don't you make me an omelet, man? We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown. Let me see if it spelled Cleve's name wrong. I did not say Cleveland. I said Cleve. And it's Cleveland. 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 Cleven. Good God Almighty. Get it right. Cleveland. Oh. All right, forget it. Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Klein, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkins, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Jeannie Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gabb, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, Elaine Johnson. We have Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Downey, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Allow T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Sonny, Sonny. Oh, good God. Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como. It said Elijah came in Como. Let's try it again. Elijah Juan Hakeem in Como. Oh my God. Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey. It's Willie R. Mackey. There we go. Dr. Karimi Mackey. Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusella Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow. Family, we raise our glass to all of our ancestors that are on this list, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, that's right. Ashe. Now I say Ashe. A-S-E. Or A-S-H-A. Or A-X-E. Apostrophe. Oh, goddamn. All right, I'm working with it. I'm trying. I am. All right, so we raise up our glass to all of our ancestors and we say, with one resounding ashe. From there, family, we move on. We move to the present moment. Right now, family, we are on the marvelous day of Umoja. But for Kwanzaa, we are on the day of Nia. Right? So we are on Umoja. Y'all see I got on my Umoja garb. But today is the day of Nia as far as the Kwanzaa calendar. Family, I want you to open up your reticular formations, right? We are seeking out Umoja on this powerful and beautiful day. We're seeking out Umoja, right? Take pictures of it, post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey Media site. You know what I'm saying? Gye-Nyame Journey Media on Facebook. Go and post it up. You know what I'm saying? Share it with the community so we can start letting people know that our principles are active and emotion and in motion out there. So let's go and get it, family. All right, so we ask people to open up their reticular formation so that you can identify and see these principles in action, right? Boom. Also, I want to remind you that with these principles, we also have other things that line up with them. So the name of the day is Umoja, but there are other principles that are in our culture, that come from our culture, that are in this day. So the Ma'atic principle of the day is truth. The color is violet. Mentalism. Mentalism is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwojo. And female name is Ajuwa. It didn't even try to spell that. Ajuwa. It put R-U-Y. Oh, Google, y'all funny. That's cool. That's cool. You gonna learn. Christine Long, welcome to Family Daily Toast to our ancestors. So, okay. So she's greeting Kevin Roberts. Shouts out Kevin Roberts. So we raise up our glass to this present moment, because in this moment is our power, family. We are generational people. And we have been blessed with this moment because in the continuation or in the continuum, we have the past, we have the future. The past is how already happened. The future is yet to be. The power lies in the moment. Why? Because in the moment, things are actually in motion. So a lot of us regret the past and fuck up our moment. A lot of us fret the future and fuck up our moment. I'm throwing out the challenge to you, family. Become conscious in this moment. Use this moment on purpose. Since we in Kwanzaa, right? Purpose is the Nia, is the principle of the day. Use this moment on purpose. This is what we have to do as a group. We have to start using our moments on purpose. Stop regretting and stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop regretting and pondering what if from the past. And stop fretting and fearing the future and start building in the moment. This is our challenge. So we raise our glass for this present moment. And since Sister CeeLo is here.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
We got to do it now. We raise up our glass in this present moment and we salute and we say Ashe. From there, family, we raise up our cup to our glass to our children, our children's children on to infinity. We are saluting our future generations right now in advance. We raise our glass to them and we say with one resounding and powerful Ashe, because we're handling our business in the moment, so we're going to make sure that our children have space, time, and resources to build. Raise up our glass, we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations. We raise up our glass, and once again, we say Ashe. From there, family, from there, we move to that selfish toast. And this is for you. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards the greatest you? We say Ashe. last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most empowering, the strongest and the wisest individual in the room. I lift my glass to you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Okay. This tea is coming alive. So I know it's down there getting ready. So family, I don't know what I just did, but we about to open up the lines. I ain't about to. We opening up the lines. Call-in lines are open. My fault. The black line is open. The black line. Is open. Number is 614-556-4535. Once again, that number is 614-556-4535. All right, family. So I'm going to put it up. Y'all want to call in? We can have the discussion. If not, I'm going to go and check some of the news on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Keep us busy for a little while till somebody gets an opportunity to hit us up. By the way, let me go back because Kwame made a statement about his challenge yesterday. For those math heads, Brother Kwame put out a challenge and Gye-Nyame Journey is backing him up. So whoever gets it right will be able to win a prize from Gye-Nyame Journey. Hopefully the prize will arrive today so I can go and give Miss Navita her prize, but we got these other prizes for other things because we still kind of could do some Kwanzaa drawings, but the prizes came too late for that shit. And thank God Navita won because she could be patient with me to get her shit. Were there any attempts to solve the third prime in binary form puzzle? No, there wasn't. So it's still, the challenge is still out there. Brother Kwame asks the question, what is the binary form of the third prime number? I probably didn't ask it right, so type the question up so I can ask it correctly. All right, we got somebody on the line. Who this B? Who this B on the line?
B CeeLo. It's B CeeLo. What's up?
Oh, Miss CeeLo is on the line. All right, cool. What's going on? We also got somebody else on the line.
Did you tell everybody what's up tonight? Tonight's the family dinner?
Tonight is the caramel. You heard it right. Tonight is the caramel.
Yeah, tonight. It's on.
So we also have somebody by the name of Keith Cheney.
So we got to close it out right. Everybody got to come out tonight.
Yeah, come on out.
Man, listen. I just got finished playing for one of my co-workers. He listened to the whole thing with the Paragon Project, the young folks from Fort Hays.
Mm-hmm.
They were phenomenal. They had everybody on their feet dancing. He trying to hire the saxophone player for his band. I was like, would you not to come and see it live? Because this year's Kwanzaa's performances were off the charts to me. Off the charts.
Man. Hey, man, we doing it. Put the work in, and it's turning
People
out.
missing out. Man. Tell you, if you ain't come, I've been blown away by the performances every night. You know, I'm supposed to be working the event. I don't even feel like I'm working nothing. That's how much of a good time I'm having this year with the entertainment and they've had this year. It's the bomb.
It's the bomb. I agree. It is definitely, it has been, I've been having a good time. I've been running around my daughters and my son. Well, I don't know if Cleve been having a good time. Cleve been working. Cleve has set it up so that people by the vendors are able to see and hear everything that's going on inside because we're streaming live. So we got the whole family out working. And tonight is the final night for the community celebration. And speaking of that, ladies, how have y'all been practicing Nia over the last 360 some odd days? Let's talk about Nia, living life on purpose. Since that is the principle of the day, let's go ahead and hit it up.
Okay, I'll let Christine go ahead, and I'll join in after Christine. I'm at work, but go ahead.
Hi, Navita. I understand. So purpose. For me, our purpose, we need to be getting our community that unity, that first step. We still working on that. We're still working on that. I was really glad to see, some of the things we did take some steps forward on this year, as far as the getting the G&J Mall on and popping. We definitely need to infuse it and revitalize it and really keep it and going strong. Because, I really want us to focus on getting those staple items be made available so that we can source those things for our families, for our homes, in our communities, from our community. So, those are the things that, for me, in the coming year, really focusing on that making all of the principles of the Nguza Saba a part of our daily lives, but it starts with that unity foundation. We have to actually start to think about our community, our tribes, our families as that centerpiece that we synergize around. And when we get ready to do something, we need to first think, okay, how can we as a family, as a nation, as a tribe, as a community do these things? In my personal life, I try to find, professionals and vendors and doctors and dentists, nail techs, whatever I need. I try to find one of us to do it. But even just when I'm trying to buy things, even if you just, one thing at a time, find those things. Like I only use toothpaste that I buy from Umoja in his store. Get my deodorant from his store. We got to start thinking about that and building our vendors, our sources, our resources in the community. That's all CeeLo got to say right now.
Okay, CeeLo. Well, I have several purposes, I think, that I not only have been working on this year, but continue to move into 2020 with those same purposes. And one of those purposes, I would say, is just to bring us together, like Christine was speaking about, the unity piece, and to realize also that we have a common enemy. Another thing, the importance of a political voice and the importance of cultural stabilizers. Those are a few of the things that I have done, and that was my purpose, to raise awareness in those areas. That was the purpose that was in mind for me.
Man. Family, living your life on purpose. Now, in Gye-Nyame Journey, one of the things we talk about with the Nguza Saba is because now, we flip the Nguza Saba, right? We start building from Imani and work our way all the way up to Umoja. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of hard to start with Umoja when you got everybody's mind in different places about what Umoja looks like. So we start by mastering Imani and working our way through the Nguza Saba. I talk about it in the Players Pyramid. So, like I said, this, for me, one of the things I've been working on diligently throughout the year Somebody just hung up on us. Who was that? Keith Cheney hung up on us. But anyway, we tried to. One of the purposes I've been working on. One, we established the mall, like CeeLo said, G&J Mall. We want to try to keep it going. You know, as hard as it can be sometimes. You know what I'm saying, and getting people to gather around it and understand that as far as building a community, there has to be a place where we can come together and practice commerce. Commerce is cultural. It's part of the fabric that hold the culture together. Like I said, if you look back in ancient times, people would come together out of necessity. But then one of the things that would happen is that everybody would bring their talent, so they was able to exchange certain things. You might not have been good at making a blade, but somebody else was good at making a blade. But you might have been the bomb at being able to make some type of fermented food or something else, and you was able to exchange. And then we developed the concept of money and to put exchange in there. But all that rises up out the culture. So I felt it was very important that we set up something called the G&J Mall, where we could have a market where once a month we would come together and in a sense stabilize our community. Right? Now, another piece we was able to do far as this year was the newsletter. I mean, I've been struggling. You know what I'm saying? But people been getting in those articles and we've been writing. So now, boom, putting life to the media aspect of G&J Media. You understand what I'm saying? Because the media is that medium through which information is transferred or broadcast to the entire community. So we have, we've been working. Now, so
okay, all right, I want to interject here. What is the deadline? Because I want to be a monthly writer for the newsletter. So what's my deadline to have my article into you each month?
The last Kuumba of every month. The same day that the market is, that weekend is when you are supposed to do it. But you do contribute. I mean, but this is what I'm gonna say.
I do, but I want to do a regular piece, like like the cultural, my monthly, piece, just an article about something about cultural appropriate health and wellness.
There we go.
Just have a article that I contribute every month. That's what I want to do. So I just need to know what the deadline is, and then I'll get it over to you every month, so that we can have that structure in place.
Exactly. And it's coming along. Now, also another piece that's been happening. We've been able to do the camping trips. Well, we only had one this year. But also, we was able to assist in taking some young people to Simba as well as Simsa. I mean, so the being on purpose. We're doing more things on purpose and take control. And I want to stress an important piece about being on purpose this year that CeeLo brought up. She said developing or supporting those that could provide us with staples. Now, African Guard, as beautiful as can be, is not necessarily a staple. But it's something that you can, if you have the extra money to do, you can get it. A staple is something that you need almost on a daily basis. And I'm just suggesting that people in the family, on purpose, start going out and seeking people that can supply you with some of your daily needs. That come from your community. Like, once again, I go back. Where's my bag at? Sister Nikki. Sister Nikki comes to. She was at the first day of Kwanzaa. She comes and she makes this soap. Right now, this is natural, handmade, goat milk, lemongrass soap. And I don't even let this shit, as soon as I see her, I don't even let it sit on the table. I tell her, snatch my 2 bars off and I want my soap. We're going to have problems afterwards. So I make sure I get my soap from her. Then, Sister Callie I didn't know. Man, I seen it last year. But Sister Callie sells coffee. How many of us drink coffee every day? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us drink coffee every day. I know that you stop. You got your quick stops where you go. But why not find those people that distribute stuff within our community that we use every day? Why not invest in them? You understand what I'm saying? Because once we start building up on the staples, it'll be easier for us to start moving out and getting some of the bigger things that we need from some of our people, because we're setting them up for success.
Right. And you know what? We have a lot of talent in our community, just amongst ourselves and our people. And I challenge everyone to get a piece of paper or get on their computer and pull up a blank document and write down what you have that is actually something that you can turn into an income stream. I just did this personally myself. So I challenge everybody to do that. And there you can find out by searching through your own gifts and talents and abilities what it is you can contribute that will enrich the community and that will enrich you in terms of what you can contribute, in terms of where we can find the source of these things. There we have some talented artists.
Oh, man.
We have some artisans and craftsmen amongst our people that we're really, passing over and going and spending our money in other places.
Let me say this also, and with you in mind as well. One of the pieces that I shared in the latest newsletter is a short article about a process or a concept that Brother Philippe Matthews have been walking me through. This is something else that I did on purpose. And just to make a long story short, I listened to the Philippe Matthews show, and Elder Kaba comes on, and Kaba Kamini come on there often, and they were talking about a concept that he calls spiritualnomics or Umoja-nomics, since we are in the time of Kwanzaa. Umoja-nomics. And it's about taking your skill and making it available online as well as to your community. Now, what does that got to do with what CeeLo is talking about? A lot of us don't think that we have talents that we can share. But one of the things that I discovered with this year, with putting out my own e-course, is that we all, or a lot of us, have things that we could share that will help people with basic parts of their life. So one of the things I want to help CeeLo put together is an e-course for her piece on the African heritage diet. Now, how does that work, Brother Hatim? We put out the videos, and then also put out a video e-course, but then also we provide things that people need to be successful at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I'm still working on it, and I know you're already thinking about this. But now, how does that work? People who receive value from the free e-course will go and buy the material that CeeLo will offer, because they say, hey, I want to support this. Hey, this shit is good for my life, for my lifestyle, right? So they'll go out and support it. Now, how does that help? So CeeLo is now got a small residual income coming in from her sharing some of her skills from her journey. Now, what happens when CeeLo say to Brother Hatim, hey, Brother Hatim, why don't you help me spread the word about my e-course? I say, cool. You know what I'm saying? And she say, not only do I want you to help spread the word, but I will give you a percentage for everybody that you plug into me that buys. So Brother Hatim hits his list, and 10 people on my list buy from her. When they buy from her, Brother Hatim makes money. One of the brothers on my timeline, let's say Brother Deshaun, says, hey, I like this piece. I got several people in my family that I want to get to this. I say, hold on, bro. Don't use my link. Let me plug you in with CeeLo, and you become an affiliate of CeeLo's piece. So you can sell it to your family as well as everybody on your social media site. And then we get, oh my God. Hold on, I got to stop for a second. All right, I want to send some energy out to Brother Devin. His grandfather made his transition. Our hearts go out to you. And like I said, when you are ready and your family is ready, we will proudly place that great man's name on our list. And he will be saluted every morning here on Gye-Nyame Journey. So my condolences go out to your family, but you may have lost a grandfather in the flesh, but you have gained a mighty and powerful ancestor. So, but back to what I'm saying. So what CeeLo is talking about is, one, not only us doing the staple thing, but us being able to do business together. So Deshaun got some on his list, and we could just build it out like that and develop these courses. And then I know some of y'all be like, but I can't write. Do you not see what I'm doing right here, right now? Right now, everything we have been saying is being transcribed for me automatically and free. The technology is here, and it's a weapon that we need to start learning how to use and wield on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? So, CeeLo, I'm going to be talking with you about that piece. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that really, really can be done. It don't even have to be expensive. And this the best part about it, CeeLo. Check this out. You ready? In Umoja, there is no overhead.
Right. And that reminds me and puts me in put something back in my mind that was said to me last week. We need to look at focusing on also, in addition to the in-person, the G&J Mall, we need to develop a digital marketplace where we have either a page or a link where people can contact and reach out to the vendors that participate in the mall any day, any time, 24/7, 365 to contact them and get their products from them. Really, so that's a piece we need to really think about, how we're going to set up this digital commerce and this digital marketplace in mall, where we don't just have to wait till we come together the last Saturday of each month. That right. Mall is on and popping every day of the week.
And that's, I mean, and that is a very, very doable using a lot of the stuff that I'm doing right now, because because one of the things I'm working on strongly as well too, because me and some of the young brothers and Brother Kwame is supposed to do a math e-course. What I'm focusing on this year is not just meeting, because one of the things I want to do with the mall that kind of fell through was the idea of, well, even though it's still there, because we got like little Kingston, the mall is Kingston's, because he one of the young people that grasped onto the idea, and he's always, Kingston makes more money at the mall than all of his peers and everybody else that's there, except for some of the vendors, because he gets out there and hustles. Huh?
What's Kingston making money off of?
Kingston makes money off of helping people. He's a young person. He comes in there, he sweeps, he moves tables, he gives people business ideas, he talks with all the customers, he helps people carry their bags to their car. He has embraced the whole idea of the whole market piece, as well as, look, I am going to see, because one of the things that stop us from moving forward is this shyness. You know what I'm saying? Kingston broke through his shyness and said, let me be of service. See, because this is what we got to understand, family. It's about us serving each other. And then people will, then as we start growing, people will start recognizing the service and start donating or start exchanging. Not even a donation, it's an exchange for the energy, the ideas, the materials that you bring. They will exchange the money for it. That's Umoja. So I'm sorry, but go ahead, Cito.
No, I agree. He is very, very helpful. I look forward to his smiling face every month. He is great.
And he sits down, he talks with everybody. You know, but like I said, he's one of the young people that embrace it, and that's kind of what I wanted, because if you notice, it was on I tried to get them all to fall on one of the Kaumbas that we would usually meet, because I wanted the young people to, rather than just be sitting in class and listening to somebody talk, be actually able to see the culture in motion. See, because we think, you know what I'm saying? I want people to understand that people didn't learn to build pyramids by sitting in class. They learned to build pyramids by building pyramids. You understand what I'm saying? Not sitting in no goddamn class. You know what I'm saying? We learned how to do the stuff we was doing by doing it and learning how to improve on the mistakes that we made. That's the learning process. So bringing it back to the whole digital mall piece, we can start building that. I mean, shit. I mean, I got some of the know-how, but I got people that I can reach out to that can help us do it on a bigger level. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole piece is, one, as far as the digital space, we won't be able to necessarily provide the staples, but we can provide the educational aspect of what we stand for. And also give people digital access to some of those staples. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what would be dope? If the vendors for the mall already knew exactly what they needed to bring, because people had placed orders 3 weeks before.
Pre-order, yep. That's definitely a good piece, yep.
So, you know, that's how that go down. So anybody else out there, have you lived your past year, 2019? Have you lived it on purpose? Or have you been going from one accident to another? Now, there's a difference between an accident, right? Accident and a failure. See, usually accidents happen, as the words say, accidentally. Failure happens because you was trying something and you messed up. Now, let's get out the Western mind state. Failure means that you was doing something on purpose and it didn't work. Hopefully you're stepping back in your life looking at it and saying, I wonder if I just change this just a little bit. I wonder if I make this adjustment. See, because that's part of the learning process that we got to bring back in to our lives. That's an important part of the process. This is why when people be like, what's some at Kwanzaa? I don't know. I'm excited like you. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I look at it, boom, and let's get it popping. What y'all need? How can I help you? Let's do it. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. So let's get it. So I can I mean, like I said, if I need to stall during Kwanzaa, I've been practicing for the last 25 years. I got my 10,000 hours, so I can hold a crowd. But I see Sister Davida back in the chat. You gonna call back in because you hung up kind of abruptly. Brother Kwame called in here, tell us about what's going on with your purpose. Anybody else out there? At least get you some points on Gye-Nyame. Oh, speaking of points, family, we're gonna have our show tomorrow, the last day of the year. We're gonna do it at about 9 p.m. I ain't saying that I'm gonna stay on there because I'm gonna get me some. I might even be drinking some of that poison while we're talking. But anyway, we're gonna be doing a contest tomorrow for some G&J merchandise. So it's going to be live, but in order for you to get on there, you have to register at gnjmedia.com. That means you have to go on, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You understand? Plug into gnjmedia.live. Watch it. Make sure you get your points up so that when I do the random, when I set the time limit, I'm going to be able to pull out of a random pool. And this is what's dope about the Streamlabs stuff, right? I already paid for it. Shipping and handling. All you got to do is when they send you your link, all you got to do is go on. All you got to do is go on and tell them what size you want, and they sending it to you. Also, what, shoes? No, I don't. Oh, speaking of that, go to our Gye-Nyame Journey merch. We now have shoes. I am proud to say we have shoes. And I can't wait to get my foot into a pair of them so I can let y'all know how they feel. Feel what freedom feel like. You know what I'm saying? So now next thing is to find the people to produce the shoes and maybe even take a trip to Ghana and see if I can find somebody that can make shoes. I'm quite sure they got, that's a whole country over there. Somebody over there making shoes. I know Nike ain't making shoes for everybody in the world. So there got to be a couple of places where we gonna take some of our business after we get a little push going. We'll be able to produce enough stuff and bring it back. But anyway, CeeLo, you got anything you wanna share before we gonna get up off here? Cause I got to get over to the school.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just think we need to just do it. I mean, we got the ideas and they're great ideas, and the foundation has been set. I mean, we launched it, but like I said, we need to reinvigorate it, and we need to maybe even think about the timing on a monthly basis. But we definitely need to do it and build that foundation of confidence for the community.
All right, so we're gonna make it happen. Check it out. All
right, everybody be over at the family tonight.
Everybody be there tonight, because after this, we jumping right into raising funds for the Malcolm X Festival, because shit, I want the Paragon Project there, but there's also some other artists that we could bring. We can turn out, you know what I'm saying? All we need is 100 people to pledge $100, and we will put on a show that will blow your mind. Because really, that's really what it takes. Because if you look at Kwanzaa, if we had 100 people say, listen, I'm going to adopt Kwanzaa. I'm going to get $10 a month for the next 11 months. Kwanzaa we'll be able to put Kwanzaa in a place big enough where we can have the vendors and everybody in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Unless we wanted to do it over at the school, I think we'd be open for that too. But anyway, this Malcolm X Festival, I want to make sure we got some, because those young people on the Paragon Project, that was so incredible. You know what I'm saying? We didn't bring the strings kids, the kids that do the strings this year, but why not try to bring them, because we got all day. We could have great act after great act after great act. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I mean, because I would love, now this is just my dream. Because I know Sister Navita out there listening like, oh, you killing me. You're killing me. But I would love, just for those jazz heads, I want to do what we did last year with Brother Eddie, but I want to bring Perez. I want to bring a bass player, Perez on trumpet, Eddie on his thing, bring the drums and a keyboardist. Have a whole jazz concert. Because them boys is cold, man. I'm trying to tell you, them boys is cold. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just dreaming right now. But we're going to put it together. We're going to raise those funds. We're going to make it happen. Be on the lookout for the next newsletter. Actually, go on, because a lot of y'all ain't opened up y'all this month's, the Kwanzaa edition of the newsletter. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for those like CeeLo, she put it out there. When can you get the articles in? If you have articles, all you got to do is email me the article that you have to Hatim, HA2 TIM at Gye-Nyame.com. Once again, let me go and type it up. Somehow, I think YouTube might have dropped us. I don't know. I ain't say nothing inappropriate. I know I didn't. Damn, both the chats. Did somebody unplug the Wi-Fi while I was talking?
Yep. I think Cleveland done baking.
Ooh, gonna make me an omelet, and then he turned around and think he could just... Cleve, what you do to the Wi-Fi, man? Oh. Something happened with the Wi-Fi. So let me go and put on... Hold on. So is the Uber conference still up? Okay, so why is all this stuff dropped? All right, so let me type it in for y'all. That's all I want to do. So those that want to hit up on the email, you can email me, HA2 TIM at GYENYAME Journey JOURNEY.com. You can send it there, and it's best that if you write an article, if you have a Google account, use Google Docs and share it with me, so that I could go and share it with other editors. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this year it's about experiential learning, not just class time. It's about experiential learning. So some of the young people are going to start helping on the newsletter. They're going to start helping on some of the productions as far as these videos, the live streams, as well as the e-courses. It's all about doing. It's all... We going to be on purpose this year. So don't forget that we got Kwanzaa tonight. We're going to have food. Make sure you bring a dish. Bring something. You know what I'm saying? Bring something. Don't just bring yourself.
Plate too.
Huh?
You better bring a plate too.
I already know what I'm supposed to bring. I'm going to go get it. But anyway, bring something to share with the family. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, like I said, please do not come empty-handed. Because you will, how can I put it? You will be putting your 2020 at jeopardy. This is you contributing to your cultural center. If you bring nothing to your cultural center, you're going to leave with nothing in your cultural center going into 2020. So this is a symbolic gesture of you bringing something to the culture. Now, those of you that's been giving and stuff like that, it's going to be a marvelous year for you. Ancestors already working on it for us, right? Bring something symbolically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't bring no plastic fruit, because I know some of y'all smart asses out there. Don't bring no plastic fruit just trying to be funny. Bring something with you so that you can spiritually and mentally leave on full, because 2020 is our time. We're moving into our next millennium right now for us. The next 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? We've been toasting. Every time you hear us say 100 years. We done been doing that for years now. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Ket-In. We're talking about our thing. This is going to be a symbolic night for us. It's going to be a symbolic night for our growth. It's going to be a symbolic night for our strength. And symbolically, You need to contribute something from into that so that you can pull something out. And if you can't bring nothing, then bring some dough. What I'm saying is, like I said, I don't know what to bring. Shoot, donate some money. So here, boom. You understand what I'm saying? Contact somebody. Say, what should I bring? You know what I'm saying? All right. So, family, I want to thank y'all for joining. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, last thing. Those of you that are YouTubers, far as you watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, family, please, don't get caught up in this internet beef that's being promoted. It's being promoted between the FBA and the ADOS. Don't fall for the bullshit. Don't fall for it, because all you got to do is look in history. The same shit happened with the US organization and the Black Panther Party. It happened with Afroset and whoever was here. It always happens. You know what I'm saying? So we got, and it don't even, and when you hear somebody talking agent talk, just walk away from them, because they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Nowadays, they don't even need agents. They don't even need agents. All they got to do is text or stream an idea. It's caught up in your mind. You turn to Agent Smith right when he needs you. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Right? I'm just trying to tell you. That agent talk, dead that shit. Right? When you hear people talking about it, move away from them, because one, they may be dangerous. Because now motherfuckers think that they're going to be able to stop agents. Family, agents are so smooth. If they did have agents, the last motherfucker that you think would be an agent would be an agent. Let's just be cool. So dead the agent talk. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Get the lessons that you need and keep it moving. This is why I keep on telling people it's about tribe building now. What do you mean, Brother High Tim? It's about tribe building. Listen, ADOS is a national piece. FBA is a national piece. I have my agreements, I have my disagreements. But the one thing I can be sure about is the work that I could do right here in my town. And that would be to build a tribe. I'm into tribe building. I'm not into these national beefs. I'm not into that. Family, we need to do the work right here. I can't be concerned about what's going on the national level with these two organizations. I could take the best ideas and I could utilize them to build here. I could utilize them to get political activity here. I could utilize them to get economic life here. Don't get caught up in the foolishness. Don't get caught up in the fuckery. Don't get caught up in the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, if you want to get caught up in it, this is the way you get caught up in it. Get caught up in it for laughter. It's comedy. It's comedy. Grown folks throwing shots at each other about some shit that none of them really had control over. It's sad. It's sad. So family, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I can tell you, because like I said, I have already drawn my conclusions, and for me, I have my view, but you also have your view. But if your view and my view conflicts here in Columbus, right, and we can't get no work done, let me tell you something. Kwanzaa is a perfect example. You can have a group of people who might not agree on everything, but when it comes time to get boots on the ground, that shit is popping. I want y'all to understand that shit. I can have a disagreement with a motherfucker, but when it comes time to working for my people, that shit takes the back seat. Period. So if anybody's coming in and blocking you from doing the work, you need to give them the peace sign and keep it moving. Because we definitely got work to do in Columbus. These motherfuckers is gentrifying, and this is just not in Columbus, this is in all, they're moving us out of the inner city, moving us out to the edges, where it's going to be hard for people to get transportation to jobs. For some reason, we want to get caught up in foolishness. Let's don't do that. Step away. If you can't handle it without getting emotionally involved in that, don't do it. Because I was listening to some shit the other night and it was hilarious. But I don't take it seriously. I really don't. Alright? Do your own research, learn, understand who you fall up under. And see, and that's a whole nother issue. Who you is one of the questions that you need to ask. What have you done? See, because we got one group that says, what are your wins? And my question is, what have you done? What have you attempted? I don't give a fuck about your wins, family. I care about your efforts. I care about your consistency. Just being honest. So this brother Hot 10 speaking up on that ADOS FBA beef. And of course, you know, like I said, I post up on my shit all the time. I'm ADOS. You know what I'm saying? But that don't stop me from being able to understand and work with somebody that's FBA. Period. You know what I'm saying? So we got work to do. So stop with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm reading the timelines and I say, damn, these got to be high school kids. I'm junior high. Because y'all beefing they're beefing just like my middle schoolers. This shit is incredible. I'm sitting up here like, God damn, all right. But anyway, if you're not aware of the beef, I'm sorry to have soiled you with that shit. But a lot of people here are aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Build in your local area, family. Get the information you need to build and build. Just do your work. Do your job. All right. See y'all at Kwanzaa tonight. Not quantity, at Kwanzaa. Thank you. All right. Peace. Excuse me.